Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me. This is All Things Rosa if you're new here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do not leave without subscribing. If you're new here, for the subscribers, thank you so much for keeping in touch, for supporting us, for always being there. And thank you who is watching for taking your time just to click on this video and watch. I want to say thank you so much. Karibuni. Our aim is to inspire, motivate, educate, and build each other. I have been off social media for a while. Yeah, I know. I missed you too. You missed me, right? You missed me. You must have missed me because I missed you. Nimewahata mbaya, and I've missed this channel so much. It has been a while since I actually sat and did a video. It's close to a year. I remember the last time I was seated here, we were on the road to 200 subscribers, and I was really pushing for 200. And guess what? You guys did it. We are over 200 now. And now we are pushing to 1,000 subscribers. The goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. Please subscribe. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, help a sister, push a sister up. And let's subscribe. Get me to 1,000 subscribers and I'll be the happiest lady on earth. You see, I've been doing the singlehood series a lot. If you check my previous videos on singlehood series, and then in the process of singlehood series, someone showed up. So that's where I disappeared to. I went to plan my wedding and get married, and then here I am. We are back. That does not mean that the singlehood series is over. It just means that we get more experience and we learn more, and we even encourage more. So singlehood series will still be on. I'll still be sharing, and hopefully I'm looking forward to bringing more guests into this channel and just sharing their moments and their stories of singlehood journey and their lives, and the funny parts, the entertaining parts, their dating stories, the failed relationships, the failed dates, the expectations on dates. We are going to share more on singles. So I haven't closed that chapter yet. We are still working towards it. And we are also coming with new stuff, great start, sema mpya. Yes, unwrapped. So as the name suggests, it's All Things Rosa, and I'm going to be showcasing my lifestyle as Rosa and the daily routines and daily lifestyle. So once in a while we'll be in the kitchen, the other time we'll be doing a cleaning motivation here and there, just living our life raw and candid and being as authentic as possible and sharing with you guys. And also another thing that I love so much are weddings. I love weddings. So there's no way that my love for wedding will not be shared with you. That is also another part of the video that I'm planning to do. I'm planning to do a wedding series. And just be here with me. We'll be walking through together. I'll be sharing entertaining stories. Yeah. We have started this month. There's a Vlogmas. Something I didn't understand, you see, as a new vlogger, but now I get it. And Vlogmas is a challenge to update your vlog each and every day until the month ends. That is the month of December, until Christmas, or month of December. Some push it to 30th December. So I wanted to challenge myself to that, but will I really manage? I will try my best. I'll try my best to post as much as possible. Not every day. Let me not promise every day, but I'll try my best. So back to where I'm coming from. I'm coming from the Katedo. That is Luo term for getting married. And I have a lovely story to share about the entire journey. I have a long experience to share, everything, the exciting moments, the downs, the ups, every little beautiful thing about it. So anything, just leave a comment on any part you'd want me to share. If you go to my channel, if you go to the previous videos, while watching this, when you visit the previous video, I've posted my wedding part 1, and I've also posted my dowry. That is Nyombo. Nyombo is a Luo dowry payment ceremony. So it's called Nyombo in our, or others we can call it a traditional wedding, a Luo traditional wedding. So we've done our Nyombo. Nyombo is on the wall and it's doing really well. Thank you so much for your views. Viewers, please turn to subscribers. We'll really appreciate. Yeah, it was a beautiful ceremony. I'll be talking about it. I'll be breaking down the process. And also the wedding, I've done the church part. The reception part, I'm yet to post. The challenge was I wanted to post it raw and candid. I wanted to post it as authentic as it was, because we played so many local Luo songs, local Luo music and African music, Kenyan music. And the challenge I am having into posting raw as at now is because of the copyright. You see, as compared to the first one, we have copyright challenges, but the owners of the music have given permission for their music to be used on YouTube. So as much as it's copyrighted, it still can be played on YouTube. But these other ones have locked us out, and there's a copyright, and then now they do not allow use on YouTube. So I've tried posting twice, and twice it has been blocked. I'm trying to figure out, or eventually if I don't find a solution to that, then I'll be forced to re-edit to music that is allowed. It won't be as authentic as I would have wanted you to watch, because I'll be forced to change the background music to some songs so that you can walk the journey with me. And also I'm learning the streams of the ropes of YouTube, so I'm getting to know what to use, what not to use, what can be blocked, and be patient with me. Part 2 will come when it comes. It was supposed to come as soon as possible, immediately after the part 1, but the challenge that I'm having as at now is that one. So when I finally figure it out, I will share with you. And on to the most exciting part. You see, when I posted my dowry, people asked, when did you get all this? When did you meet the man? This and that. I got several questions on my Facebook. My Facebook is the most active social media platform. Find me on Facebook as Rosa Nyarath. And I also have an Instagram account. There are 2 accounts. So there's a Taraji Pictures, that is my business Instagram, and there's All Things Rosa on IG as well. So find All Things Rosa at IG, and Taraji Pictures, and Rosa Nyarath on Facebook. So a few questions I got here and there, and the main one that crossed me, and that's why I decided to start with it in this video, is that how did your journey start? How did your love story start? So I'm taking you back to, should I narrate how we met? A brief of how we met is on Maisha Magic. You can go watch. There's a link. I'll put a link on it there, so you can see a short clip on it on Maisha Magic. But then we also met. I can also tell you here that we met in church several years ago. I think I first saw him so many years ago. He had not even seen me, and when he first saw me, the time I think when he first saw me was the first time he came. I wish he was here to just justify that and tell his story. But bottom line is we met in church. Today I was not going to narrate how we met. I would prefer, if he will allow, one day we'll have a sitting together, or if you want him to come, please comment, and I'll invite him. If he sees the demand, he'll show up. So I'll invite him, and then we'll tell our story together, because I will be telling my side when he's not around, and it will not be fair. What I am sharing today is how he proposed to me. At least that one I can tell my side, because that one I can tell my story. So how did he propose? It was a very lovely ceremony. He made it look, he made it awesome, and it was quite thoughtful. It was a surprise. The surprise part, I would say it's a yes or no. Yes, surprise, and no again, because I got surprised on how. I didn't know how, when, and where. But I was expecting an engagement at some point, because this is something we had talked about on passing twice or thrice, and I had known he was sure that I was willing to marry him, and I was sure that I was ready to be the wife. So we had talked about it. It was not the kind of surprise where you're dating, and then voila, a man goes on his knees and you're wondering whether to say yes or no. It is something we had planned. So I knew that eventually we are going to get engaged and get married, but I did not know the time, the place, and the hour. So what did I do about that? I think the moment that I knew that he was ready to pop the question at any point, I just had to give him a pointer, or rather a disclaimer. You know, being a photographer, a female photographer, and sometimes I tend to be a bit tomboyish, you know, with a t-shirt here and there, sneakers, jeans, and I wanted to look good when the question is booked. I love memories, I love creating memories, and I wouldn't have wanted mine to be made any less beautiful. So I just told him that make sure that when you're ready to propose, whenever you'll be ready to ask me the question, whenever you'll be ready to pop the question, you have made sure that my nails are done. I'm very, very lazy with my nails. If you can see it, and now they are not done. So make sure that my nails are done. That was a request, and make sure that I'm just looking superb. So for me, in my mind, I always expected him to do it on Sundays, because Sundays are usually my best days, and when I try and look my best because I'm going to church. And in most cases, you'll find me in t-shirt and jeans, just to cut the story short. So t-shirt and jeans, I did not want to be proposed to dressed in t-shirt. I don't know if you ever feel like you'd want your proposal to come anyhow. Please comment down below, leave a comment, share. Would you want your proposal to be a surprise, or would you want to plan it? That is one. Two, would you want him to just come anyhow, or would you want to find you organized and ready and in looking your best? So for me, I chose looking my best at that particular time. So I had given him that hint. I told him, if you propose to me and I'm holding a camera shooting a client or anything, just know the answer will be no. If you propose to me when I feel a bit ragged and not dressed up, my answer will be no. If you propose to me, no, they were just those two. So it was just my look. That was what I was very keen on, because I knew these are photos that I'm going to show my children, I'm going to show my grandchildren, I'm going to show people. There are photos that I'm going to keep in my library, and I wouldn't want my photos to find me in a situation where I am not proud of. So hence the decision. So yes, he followed suit, and he proposed, and he planned the proposal. Another thing that was on my mind was he didn't know how to go about it. There was a time I remember he asked me, "Now that you plan proposals?" Yes, part of my work is to help grooms plan proposal for their girlfriends, so surprise proposals. And he has watched me, or there's also a video where he even helped me organize one, and he would wonder, now that you plan proposals, how will I be able to do this to you without you suspecting? And I told him, you just be smart. I remember just answering that like that. And then probably he talked to my sister about it. So that was it. Also, oh yeah, there was a third point. Apart from my look, that is now my nails and how I'm dressed, I also didn't want a proposal after we have seen our parents, and the parents have given us a go ahead and everything. Because for me, I felt like the moment you guys have sat down and discussed and agreed to go together with your parents to go meet your parents, then you're already in agreement, you're already engaged. By the time the parents are saying we are giving you our blessings, then you have already been engaged. So you going back on your knees is like going reverse. So I did not want a reverse kind of situation. I just wanted us to start systematic. It was supposed to be systematic, in my opinion. So that is how I made it. I told him the proposal should come before we go to the parents. We are not going to go to our parents. So if you're asking me, you have to ask me first. Then after I have accepted your proposal, then I will go tell you who my parents are and see if they agree or do not agree. But we are not going to start with, because this is something I've seen several. I've shot so many engagements where someone is proposed to even after their dowry, when they're actually planning their wedding. Or someone proposes, goes on their knees when we are shooting for their engagement photos. Already the engagement shoot is happening, meaning we normally do the engagement shoots at least a month or 2 weeks to the wedding. That means the wedding date has been set, the wedding is almost happening, then the man goes on his knees. For me, it's like you're going reverse. We've already gone too far for us to come back reverse. So let us start in order. Ask me, let me accept, then let's move forward from there. So that was how I wanted it, and that's why I had given him the 3 options. I told him I should look at my best, my nails should be done, and it should be before we meet our parents. And who's my man? The romantic, he took it, he understood, and he loved it, and he organized it, and that's what led him. The three pointers that I had given him led him to the kind of engagement he decided for this. So again, I love weddings. So what did he do? He chose what I love best, a wedding venue. He chose a wedding for our engagement. That was 1. 2, this time I was not going to be a service provider at the wedding. I was not the photographer, but I was going to be one of the maids. So what better place? As a maid, you know you have to look your best. The hair on point, makeup on point, nails on point, and your outfit on point. So this was a perfect place for him. So I'll be excited the whole day. That is because of my love for weddings. 2, I'll be extremely excited because it's my friend's wedding, and I was just happy for her. So it was a moment to cherish. And it was not just any wedding, it was a glamorous wedding. Class was involved, so I was going to look good. It was a modern, classy wedding, well thought of, outfit well done, designed by one of the best designers in Kenya. Our makeup was done by one of the best makeup artists, Kare Beauty. Hands up, Kare Beauty did our makeup. Our dresses were made by Afro Street. Okay, my hair was done by one of the best artists I know. She's also a friend of mine. I remember calling her and telling her I just needed my hair to be styled. It was a natural look, but I knew I would not pull it myself. So I had to involve a stylist, and that one was done by styled by My Hair My Pride. My hair was styled by My Hair My Pride. So you see all these hair My Pride, face was done by Care Beauty, and my dress was done by Afro Street. And now the shoes, I got some really nice heels. I was at my best, so he couldn't have chosen a better location. And I remember we are all preparing, you see the bridesmaids preparing and excited and all that. Everyone knew, the bridesmaids knew, and no one mentioned to me that it's the day. Also, I did not get the hint in the morning. I remember that morning, because I've always been struggling with vlogging on Motion, so I really wanted to vlog on that day for my Lindsay's wedding. Lindsay is a very good friend of mine, very good friend. We are now friends as a couple, but she was my friend before we both met our husbands, and the friendship continues, yes. And now she holds a very big place in my heart, because every time that she'll be celebrating her anniversary, I'll be remembering my engagement, you see. Now the dates are tied, and it's a beautiful thing. So for Lindsay's wedding, I remember there was a time for the ring fitting, the size of the ring sizing. We went for fitting, same at Afro Street, their shop. And Lindsay had a ring. Yes, she had just gotten rings. I think those were her wedding bands. And then her best couple was also there, and her relative was also present. So they decided to trick me, and Lindsay was like, you see these rings that I got, they're kinda not my size, and they're not so I'm supposed to return them and go pick the, what did she say? Yeah, she said that the rings that she has were not what they ordered. She was given those ones to try out, then return, and if they're the sizes, she'll go and get now the exact same, but on her of her size. And since she won't be around to go fit, she'll be too busy to move up and down. She wanted to know which finger fits one of her rings, which of my fingers fits one of her rings, so that I can use that finger to go and pick. When I'm going to pick, I use the exact finger to fit the final ring, now the one that I'll be picking for her. That was a very easy way of knowing. So I did not suspect anything. I just tried them all. She has very tiny fingers, so her actual ring, that ring, fitted my tiny finger, this one. Yeah. So the ring actually fitted that one, and she told me, okay, I think for her, now she did not know my size. They had to think really fast. And I remember the best mate said, your fingers looks really good on rings. Can you try mine and see? So she gave me hers, and the other one also quickly just said, as you're fitting that one, let me see. I don't know why we love your fingers with the rings. So I tried them out, and that one of her best maid was the one that was fitting my ring finger, my engagement finger ring. So I didn't know, but I just tried them on all my fingers, and now they got a rough idea of the size, and went and told Adam. I didn't know that was the plan. So later on, when I was calling Lindsay to ask her, when are we going for your rings? And she just told me that, the rings are already picked. So that's how we got the rings. That's how they got my size. And the wedding day came. That morning, we are walking down the aisle, dancing down the aisle as a couple. And you see the excitement. For me, I was extremely excited, but my excitement had nothing to do with what I was expecting. My excitement was for the fact that I was at a wedding, and this time I was not at a wedding as a service provider. I was there as a bridesmaid, and the excitement, and it was actually my first time to be a bridesmaid at a white wedding. So I had all this glitz and glam and the happiness, the excitement, I loved the gown that I was wearing. I'm calling it a gown because of the design. You will see it. I'll post the picture of the whole event. So the gown is there. You'll also watch how she proposed and everything. We had fun at the wedding, the reception, we danced and we just celebrated. It was an awesome day. Though we got to the wedding late, but within the short time that we had, we really had fun. So we had fun. Remember, I did not actually vlog. I really wanted to vlog, but also I was starting out as a vlogger, and walking around with cameras and phones and recording all that for me I was still a bit shy. I'm still shy on it, but there's a noise from the neighbor. Sorry for that. Yeah, it's gone down kidogo. So I did we just had we danced, we walked in, ate, had our late lunch. Then now there was this time after gifts. Now the bride, towards the end of the wedding, the bride was to toss her bouquet. You see, with all the dance and everything. Oh, let me take you back. Before that, I almost got a hint, but if I was keen enough, I would have had a hint. I remember one of the bridesmaids asking me, "How did you know he was the one?" And I was like, I did not tell you that he was the one. Yes, I'm dating him, and we've not gone beyond. So we've not discussed whether he is the one or he's not the one. Why would you ask me that? And then she quickly rubbed off. So if I was keen, that was my hint. That was my clue. But I wasn't keen enough. And flower tossing. They tossed the bouquet. And now this was another time that I was supposed to get a clue because of everything that was happening. As we were walking, going for the bouquet throwing and everything, all the bridesmaids and the girls, my sister there and her friend, and everyone would push me in the front. I don't know why, but I was too excited to notice, so I was just there pushing myself as they plan on how I'm supposed to be on the front line. I'm also there just, oh, okay, nice, I have a moment and everything else. So for me, it was like, I should have been keen on that, because why would, I think when people are going for the flower toss, it is a tug of war. It's every girl wants to hold on to the bouquet. Everyone wants the blessing that comes with the bouquet. So why would you front me? You would position yourself in a place where you're going to grab it. In fact, you need to be flexible so that you can push me off and pick it up, because it's kind of a tug of war. So that could have been a clue, but I don't know why I did not notice. I noticed it later. And then now when watching the video, I see there was this relative of hers again coming to the line, arranging people, now that one I watched, I did not see it live, but I watched it when now we were watching her wedding video, and I saw her trying to signal the other girls that the camera is not getting the shot, something like that. So if I saw that one would have been a hint as well. Why would they be so keen on the camera getting that shot when it's the final shot? The event is over. This is the final event, and if you've not been following on shots on all these events, why would you follow up on the last one? And now the third one that was supposed to even trigger me more, get me, the men were part of the bouquet tossing. I don't know, they were told to go and stand behind because I I don't know, they needed security or what. That was, what did the MC say? But the MC was also one of our good MCs known in Kenya. MC Headboy, he does also a very great job. So the MC telling the men to go behind, that one would also have given me a hint, but I didn't pick it that kwanza. Najiuliza kumbe na kuanga hivyo bongolala. Like all the hints were there, but I did not say it. So with the song, the bride moving and trying to joke with us, and the first throw and she missed it, and again and she tries to toss it the second time and she doesn't, and now the third time she just turns, makes a 360, and is it a 360? No, she makes a 180 and toop on my hands. She just landed the bouquet on my hands. She did not throw it, toss it. So there I was, still excited that, oh, I've been given this one. You know, the joy of being handed over is even better, because now you're like, oh my God, this one wishes me well. She wants to see me. And she held me and hugged me so tight. The hug was long, a bit too long. So I remember even trying to push her, because why is she holding me for so long? Is she this excited? Yeah, I'm excited, and it's her wedding. Or is she emotional because of the event that has just happened? Apparently she was holding me for that long to give room to the men to settle, and for him to be on his knees before I turn. So the hug was quite long and tight, really tight, because I was trying to pull back, and she's like, and she keeps on holding me. And when she left me, I just had people shouting. And now, you see, you first turn to the crowd, then to the people that you're with. So I turned to the crowd very fast, and I'm seeing them screaming, and I turned this other side, and there he was on his knees. And people that do not even know me screaming like they love it. I think when you love weddings and when you enjoy weddings, that energy follows you. It's the energy, because even people that did not know me were overly excited. Like you could see them jumping up and down, and I just loved that. We missed those videos from the main photographer, but I hope I can get some from those who took by the phones. So he asked me, I remember the MC jumping up and down and pushing him, and it was a confusing 1 second or two there. Then he popped the question, and he quickly slid the ring on my fingers, and I said, okay, I said yes here before, but after that he did not. I think he stood up. Yeah, he stood up and slid the rings. He did not put it when he was down. That was because of my reaction as well. I was so surprised and excited at the same time, and I loved the idea of everything, because it was a good environment. There was excitement, there was joy. There are people that I know and people that I did not know, and I looked my best, so I loved I really loved that moment, and seeing him go down and he looked sharp. Everything was just on point, because he was also a groomsman. So things were really aligned, and it was a beautiful moment for me. And now they even had a bigger surprise for me that was not an engagement. And so I have this friend that I did not expect to be part of the bridal, to be part of that wedding. She's my friend, yes, but she's not a friend to the couple that were wedding. And she's the last person I expected to be there. Then I hear my sister calling me, and then she points at her, and I was really surprised. That's when I just went down, like I lost my energy. She's a sister. I just call her sister. Well, seeing her really surprised me. That was a big surprise. And that's when I lost it, and I just sat down and cried. I think after her now the emotions really knocked, because this other one I shed a tear, you see the exact. But now when I saw her, my emotions, like, it's really happening, it's real. called all the way from Mombasa to just come and witness my engagement. This is real. And I loved it. I loved. He did a good job, and that is the story of our engagement. And as beautiful, you're going to watch it, I know. Tell me if you love the video. Tell me if you'd want more stories. If you have any question on the engagement, just comment and like and share, and tell me more things you'd want to hear, because I am ready for you. All Things Rosa is ready for you. Subscribe to my channel, share, comment, and hit the notification bell, this one, so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. Bye bye for now. Ciao, and thank you for watching to the end. Thank you for watching to the end. Until next time, adios. I love you guys.